Well, hello, William. I assume you have a task for me? I run into William in the hallway.
Hey, Franco. I've got that information you were looking for. Potsdam's looking for someone to help her out with a bit of gardening work. So, are you up for it?
Okay. What do I have to do?
Go on down to the main quad and look for her there.
Thanks.
No problem.
When we get outside, I see a large stack of clay pots and some tools by one of the flower beds.
Oh, there you are.
Donald is already standing with her.
Hey, you wanted in on this too?
Yeah.
Now, I've brought you some trowels. You should break up the soil in a circle around each plant before you try to move it. Make sure to keep a good-sized root ball attached, but don't worry about breaking off a few little bits. I'll be coaxing them along with some green magic once we get them to their new nests. They'll be fine. I'll be back in an hour to see how you're getting on. Enjoy!
She walks away, followed by the sound of bells. So we're replanting?
We're rotating. Or something. We're just putting these in pots so they can be moved and something else can be planted here.
Okay.
Do you garden at home?
A little, but our soil is very different. Gardening isn't quite the right word. My family is responsible for the land. All of it. I'm more used to looking after trees and vineyards than potted flowers. What about you?
I've mowed some lawns. That's about it. But how hard can it be? I like outdoor stuff. So, grab a trowel and let's get moving.
We focus on our task without any need for extra chit-chat. It's calming, doing something so simple and physical with such clear results. It does make my back hurt after a while, though. Eventually, a thought occurs to me. Hey, Donald. What do you know about this class elections thing?
Huh? Not much. Why, are you planning on running?
I don't know yet. He shrugs.
You do a campaign, and if you win, then you have to help out the teachers organize dances and dinners and stuff. Wiliam was voted president of his class last year.
So are you going to follow in his footsteps?
No. I'm writing my own legend. Besides, with the things I get into, even if I won the vote, they'd strip the title from me in a month.
If only students without demerits can run, they probably wouldn't be happy with someone like Donald in the job, even if he does keep his record balanced. Eventually, the job is done and Professor Potsdam returns.
Wonderful! Thank you so much for your help. 10 merits for each of my little gnomes.
Sweet, I got more merits rotating the plants than, I was gonna say winning? Completing my first exam? Well, that was simple enough. Simpler than me trying to find the words I needed. Apparently. Bleh. Who needs words? I've got magic on my side. And I don't need words for that, apparently. Professor Grabner told me so. Today is the deadline to register for the class elections. My parents would certainly like to see me take charge, see how I handle myself as a leader without the power of my name to make people follow me. It might open doors for me later on, yes, we are going to run for office. We don't have to win, but I'm gonna run. Right. I should talk to Professor Potsdam after today's activities.
I failed.
I tracked down Professor Potsdam after class.
Yes, Franco.
I'd like to run for class office.
Wonderful! I'll put you down for president then, shall I?
Is there another option?
Not that you need to worry yourself about.
Dang, I had to run for treasurer. Barf.
Now, as your good friend Wiliam has previously run a successful campaign, I'm sure he can advise you.
Advise me?
So many decisions to make, my pigeon. You'll want to get a head start on your strategizing, won't you? And you'd better get him tonight before the chicken flies the coop.
Sometimes I'm not sure I understand what this woman is saying.
Something about birds.
Now I have other candidates to speak to. Have a lovely weekend.
She leaves. I suppose I should go and look for Wiliam.
Who's flying somewhere.
After wandering around for a while with no luck, I try Wiliam's door.
Yes? Oh, hello, Franco.
Agreement.
Have you made any progress on that little subject we talked about?
I haven't really found the right moment yet. Maybe on the weekend? Right, that's another thing I need to think about. I'm running for class president, and Professor Potsdam told me I should talk to you about how to run a campaign.
President? I thought that...
That what?
It's no secret that Minnie Cochran wants that position. She's been laying the groundwork all semester.
Is that what the study club idea was about?
Everyone knows her and trusts her. You've got your work cut out for you.
Do you think I can win?
I can't promise you anything, but I can give you some campaign pointers at least. The first thing you need is a campaign theme. A name and a slogan that make people want to vote for you. Minnie is playing the responsibility angle. Hard worker, top student, dedicated to helping others. You can't compete there. You are going to have to be charming, exotic, exciting, worldly. You know, you're the first European a lot of these freshmen have ever met.
Origin story.
You could romanticize that. Play up images of knights and castles.
That is exactly the direction I can't go in. If someone saw me playing at Crowns and Kings and described me to their parents, they might guess who I really am.
So think about it. Also, save your allowance this weekend. You'll need it for campaign equipment.
Oh, right. When I run, I need to buy things. So I can't buy my blue charm yet. Dang it. Well, thanks for reminding me. I was about to blow all my money on that, and then I wouldn't have had anything for the campaign.
Okay, can we meet tomorrow to talk about the options?
No. Not tomorrow. The upperclassmen are going to an off-campus activity tomorrow. We'll be away most of the day. But that will give you a chance to start charming your classmates.
I guess freshmen aren't invited to this activity.
On Monday, you'll meet with the professor to plan out your campaign spending. I'll catch up with you then. Have a good weekend.
He goes back into his room.
I forget what the seniors were doing that weekend.
On Saturday morning, the mail and allowances arrive. When I go out into the hallway, I spot Luke. Hey, heading for the mall?
Maybe. I haven't asked Logan yet. And Donald's in detention already. Did you hear about the Apple Festival?
Is that the off-campus activity that the upperclassmen were going to? He nods.
Oh, right. And then Damien made a pie. I remember that.
Apparently it's a big deal harvest fair, with food and crafts and dancing. All the seniors go. Do you have something like that where you come from?
Our biggest festival is in the spring. It's too bad freshmen can't go to this Apple Festival. I'm curious to see how Americans celebrate. Oh well. What should I do today?
Well, I'm not gonna waste my money, so I can't go to the mall, which was my plan. I have a few new spells. I'm gonna wait to go to the dungeons until right before the next exam, so I'll get some more mana. Oh, right, and I can do that with Minnie.
I make my way to the Iris Academy library. There's a surprising number of people in here. I wouldn't have thought studying on a Saturday was so popular.
Minnie's quite popular.
The librarian, Miss Darden, sits behind the front desk, largely unconcerned with all the goings-on. Students, mostly freshmen, are clustered at the tables in tiny groups, and running back and forth between them is...
Hi, Franco!
Hi.
Welcome to Study Club! Well, it's not an official club, but that's not important. What really matters is that students receive the care and support they need. Now, how can I help you? Magical study tips? American customs? Dungeon problem solving?
She really is putting in the effort to help everyone.
Oh, we can offer to help? What does that do? Study with Minnie, study alone. Dungeon hints, can I help? I mean, studying alone will probably just give us smart. If I study with Minnie, I usually get smart in a random point in one of the magic schools. You know what? I want to know. This wasn't in the last game. Give me your sweet dungeon hints, girl.
Actually, I'd like to talk about the dungeons. I got through fine, but I don't know if it was the most efficient solution.
Sure, I can talk about that. So, part of the dungeon was in the dark. It is possible to find your way through dark areas with magic. A breeze spell or tracking scent can give you an idea of which way to go even if you can't see it. However, unless the right way to go is forward, you'll have to try to turn, and turning in the dark is confusing. You never know which way you'll end up facing, so you'd have to cast the spell again every time you turned. Also, even if you found your way to the important room, you wouldn't be able to see items to interact with in the dark.
Oh, okay. There's an important room. Okay.
If you use spirit sense in the dungeon, you might have found a guide that could lead you to the hidden exit. But if he tried to guide you through the dark, you would get lost and never find your guide again. All in all, the most important thing to do first was to remove the darkness with light spells. Someone attuned to green magic could cast track scent after every step to follow Professor Possum's trail through the dungeon. That would lead to the vines, which need to be healed in order to make them strong enough to climb out of the dungeon.
Ah, okay. I'm glad I didn't just try climbing them, because I probably would have fell on my butt and hurt myself.
If you are best at red magic, you could follow a breeze to the secret door and then blast it open. With white magic, the spirit guide could lead you to the hidden switch that opens the door. If you are best at black magic, you could detect the magical door and open or trigger it without even finding the switch.
Oh, okay.
So you see, there's really quite a lot of options.
She keeps talking for a while about optimal mapping strategies and destructible niches. Where does she get so much energy?
Yeah, so there's quite a few ways we can solve these dungeons going forward. She increased our smarts by talking about the dungeon. It's cool.
As I'm heading back to my room, I feel a strange tickling sensation in my mind. Thoughts twitch and flicker, as if I were struggling to remember something and jumping from memory to memory. But I'm not trying to remember. Am I? Is someone using magic to send me a message? Curious, I tune my thoughts.
Wiliam mind. I'm glad that had to be, defined. Good.
Franco, are you there?
There where? I'm on the quad.
Right, good. The buses are on their way back.
What's going on?
I've been away for Cider Day, that's it.
I know about the festival.
Right. Well, almost the entire senior class was there, including Damien. And that's unusual. He never goes to off-campus events where he'll have to disguise himself.
A blue devil with wings does require a bit of glamour to explain to the non-magical.
What do you think Damien's glamour looks like? I never did see him all glamored up.
So I kept an eye on him all day at the fair to see what he was up to. He bought an apple pie.
How suspicious.
And that's bad.
I'm pretty certain it's a present. Box, bow, calligraphy, all that. It's gotta be for Ellen. This is your chance to interfere.
I can't just rip a present out of a girl's hands.
He won't just give it to her. I know him. There's always drama, always a game.
I was right. There is definitely history between them.
Schemy fingers.
We're on our way back now. Go to Horse Hall near Ellen's room. Just see what happens. Even if all you do is spoil his grand entrance.
All right. I did agree to this. I make my way over to Horse Hall, somewhat distracted. What do I actually want to accomplish here? Wiliam suggested that Damien would be most interested in me if he thought I was an innocent, starstruck boy. Intrigued, maybe reluctantly, but unable to resist. That's not really me, but if I'm only trying to lead this guy on for fun, it doesn't matter if it's a lie. I don't know Damien at all. I have no idea if I'd be interested in dating him for real. And if we did develop a genuine connection, there'd be plenty of time for him to find out what I'm really like. I could skip the charade and try to befriend him naturally. Or I could be honest with him and confess my involvement in William's crazy plan up front. Maybe he and Ellen actually like each other. Is it anyone else's business to try and stop them? If I tell Damien the truth, he might be willing to help me out in exchange. If I can trust him. I'd need his cooperation to fool Wiliam into thinking he's won.
Yeah. Which he might be interested in.
As a wizard of noble lines, I should not break a promise, even an informal one. But I only said I would distract Damien. Wrapping him in intrigue would be distracting, wouldn't it? What do I want? Why am I here?
Oh boy. This is gonna be big. I might have to save before I do anything during this.
I pace back and forth, my thoughts refusing to settle. Still, I'm not completely blind to my surroundings. Which is why it comes as a surprise when I bump into something. Huh? It's him! Only, I'm sure he wasn't here a minute ago. But that doesn't matter. Here it is, the perfect chance.
Oh boy. Okay. So. Damien dilemma. I think Damien's a tough one. I say we just talk to him. I think he'd be willing to help us. I don't know if that's good or bad.
Hi! You're Damien Ramsey, right? Sorry about the bump.
Do I know you?
Not exactly, but I've seen you around. You're hard to miss. I guess I was bound to run into you eventually.
What do you want?
So far, I'm not making the best first impression.
Oh, man. Well, flirting with him is not going to work. I don't think. I think that's gonna go badly. Let's confess.
Look, this is going to sound a little strange, but please hear me out. My senior is Wiliam Danson. I'm pretty sure you know him. He nods slightly. Well, Wiliam takes his senior responsibilities very seriously. Not just to me, but also to his brother and sister. And to his sister's roommate Ellen. Your freshman. He asked me to help keep you away from Ellen to protect her.
Why are you telling me this?
Well...
going. We're going for it.
I was hoping you could help me. If I cover for you and Ellen, so Wiliam doesn't interfere, will you help me win Wiliam? He stares at me for a moment. Finally, he bursts out laughing.
Oh, wow. That is just about the last thing I ever expected someone to ask me. Well done. I don't get nearly enough surprises. Why do you think that I can help you win him?
You two used to date, didn't you?
Did he tell you that?
No, it's just the impression I got. Nobody is that obsessed with someone else's actions without some feelings involved. So did you?
Aw, the blush.
More or less. It was years ago. So, is it his heart you want, or his pants?
I just want to date him. The rest can sort itself out later, sheesh. He's so worried about being a good influence, he says it's inappropriate for a senior to be involved with a freshman. I thought maybe you could give me some inside information, help me figure out how to get through to him. So, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
I don't need my back scratched. If Wiliam wants to interfere in my life, let him try.
Does that mean you won't help me?
I didn't say that. It would be good to see dear old Wiliam fall in love again.
Just what sort of relationship did they have?
We should meet again later. Perhaps I will have some advice for you then.
What should I tell him about you and Ellen?
Don't tell him anything. What happens between me and my freshman is none of his business. And if he doesn't like that, I'll deal with it. You don't need to worry.
He nods to me and then disappears into thin air. I'm not sure what to make of all that.
Okay. Do I want to go down this path? I think I do. I think I want to find out. Man. I don't know, though. I want to find out what the deal was with Wiliam and Damien. Because I don't want to go down Damien's route, so I don't want to try flirting with him. And totally failing. Right? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save, Cannon? And then I'm gonna load, because I just want to see. There's so many different ways to do stuff in this game, and you can mess yourself up so easily. Okay, I'm gonna talk to him again. What happens if we flirt?
I wanted the chance to talk to you. I mean, if you were me, wouldn't you? You're gorgeous.
Not interested.
What? Come on, give me a chance. You don't even know me.
I don't know who or what you think I am, but I am not your incubus. Leave me alone.
Oops. Did I come across like I was looking for a sex demon? Is that what people normally expect him to be?
I can explain. Hold on.
Look, I'm sorry. I think there's been a misunderstanding. Wiliam told me...
Wiliam?
Wiliam Danson. In Wolf Hall, he's my senior.
What exactly did he tell you?
He gave the impression that you were a trap setter. Is that the English term? Someone who collects new sexual partners?
Casanova.
No, I'm pretty sure he called you a trap setter. I'm pretty sure I didn't misunderstand. Freaking Damien.
Oh, right, I've heard of Casanova.
So if you've heard that I'm such a wicked creature, why were you looking for me?
I was tempted. Alright. Let's do this. Let's do this one and see what happens.
Well, William was worried about your influence on his sister's roommates, so I agreed to help.
You're trying to spy on me. You're not very good at it.
I chose not to trick you. I had other options.
It's true.
So, if this is William's concern and not yours, why are you involved? What is Wiliam to you?
Ooh. Okay. Man, there's so many choices. But yes, I'm interested. I actually like this more. I think. Well, we'll see how this goes. I think I like this. More I'm basically Damien 2.0. I'm no good for Wiliam. I'm basically a Damien 2.0. I've even got the smarmy smirk down.
What he is to me? A lot less than I'd like him to be, if you know what I mean. Unfortunately, he's got some idea that it's wrong for a senior to be involved with a freshman. I had the idea that you and he might have dated at some point.
Did he tell you that?
No, it's just the impression I got. Nobody is that obsessed with someone else's actions without some feelings involved. So did you?
More or less.
Got any tips for how I can attract his attention?
Oh, it was years ago. We were freshmen. Things were different then.
Okay, that was a bit different.
He seems lost in thought for a few moments.
You want my help to win William's love?
I don't know about love, but I'd at least like to get him to notice me.
I'll have to think about that. We should meet again later. I might have some ideas for you.
And what do you want in return?
Okay, I do like this a lot more, because Franco's like, as one schemer to another, what do you want?
Seeing Wiliam fall in love would be reward enough for me.
Now I'm even more confused about what their relationship was like. What should I tell him about you and Ellen?
Don't tell him anything. What happens between me and my freshman is none of his business. And if he doesn't like that, I'll deal with it. You don't need to worry.
He nods to me and then disappears into thin air. I'm not sure what to make of all that.
Just that I liked that a lot more. Okay. There's more than one way to skin a cat and scheme with a ex-demon lover of the guy you're trying to smooch. Right?
I don't even have to guess who's knocking on my door this morning. Come in, Wiliam.
Hi. I wanted to apologize. I put you on the spot yesterday. I know this probably seems a little weird, sneaking around and getting worked up over a guy buying a pie. I'm taking things too personally. I know. I'll try to back off.
Okay.
So how did it go?
Well, I did my best, but I'm not sure it worked.
It's alright. You're not responsible for his actions. Oh.
Look, normally I'd say this is none of my business, but as it is, I think you've made it my business. What's the story with you and Damien?
Oh, that.
I was like, are we getting a dramatic piano solo? Okay, we're getting sad piano, kind of.
We had a misunderstanding. A long time ago.
I don't say anything, but wait for him to continue.
Do you really need to hear this?
If it's making him this nervous, then yes, I probably do. I mean, the blush is unreal. I nod and wait.
Fine.
He turns away from me as he speaks.
In my freshman year, I was assigned to Falcon Hall. Damien was my next-door neighbor. He was the first person I met at Iris Academy, and we made friends right away. He was charming and exotic, like no one I'd ever seen. Not because of his bloodline. We'd had other world visitors at home before. There was just something about him. He always had ideas, always had a good story. It was so easy to go along with whatever he wanted. And honestly, I was flattered by the attention. He made it seem like I was the irresistible one, like I was worth... He was good at making people believe things. You can probably guess where this is going.
I mean, both, right? This one, maybe let's do?
He betrayed you.
I wish it had been something as simple as cheating. I could have understood that. It would have hurt, thinking I wasn't good enough to keep him. But it would be a story that made sense. After he got what he wanted, he changed. Suddenly, I was nothing to him. Less than nothing. I was a joke. It was all some demon game to him. How lucky was I to be the first target on his list? I didn't take it well. I didn't want to believe how easily I'd been fooled. He made up all kinds of horrible lies. About me, about my family, crazy things. I didn't know what to believe. In the end, what it came to was me punching him in the face with a dozen witnesses. And that's how I was sent to Wolf Hall. So you see, I know what he can do to people.
There are two sides to every story. This is what Wiliam believes, but Damien's version of events may be very different. However, their breakup really happened. It's clearly a painful subject for Wiliam, and not something I ought to remind him of. He shakes his head.
I'm sure you don't want to hear me go on about ancient history. Everything seems more dramatic when you're young and all your times are the first time. I don't want to see another freshman year ruined the way mine was. So be careful, alright? Even people who should know better have had trouble with him.
I'll be fine.
You're probably right. I'll see you tomorrow for the campaign strategy meeting.
He leaves.
Whew, that was heavy. I can't wait to read our diary. Let's see. This one.
Professor Possum told me that if I want to run for class office, I need to submit an intent by the end of the week.
Plain bait.
Wiliam asked me to protect Ellen from the attentions of Damien, a devil who is known for breaking hearts. I offered to play the innocent bait for Damien's attention instead.
Gardening.
Wiliam came by and offered me a chance to earn some merits. I spent the afternoon helping Professor Potsdam with her gardening. Donald helped too.
School politics.
I have submitted my intent to campaign for class president. Wiliam is helping me out a little, but he warns me I face strong competition from Minnie Cochran. He thinks I should put myself forward as a foreign Prince Charming, but obviously that won't work.
Apple Festival.
Apparently, all the upperclassmen are away attending a local cultural event. Unfortunately, I was not allowed to participate.
Helpful Minnie.
Minnie Cochran was making an effort to organize study groups in the library today. For me, she explained different strategies for solving the first exam, focusing on different colors of magic.
Deal with Damien.
Wiliam asked me to distract Damien from pursuing Ellen. I ended up confessing the whole plan to Damien and asking for his help in getting Wiliam to date me.
'Cause I'm schemy. Wiliam and Damien.
Wiliam came to ask about how yesterday's mission went and ended up telling me about his past with Damien. It seems that Damien was his first love, but things went wrong and Wiliam felt used. He punched Damien in the face and was transferred to Wolf Hall. Years later, he's still upset about it.
I can't imagine why. Punch him in the face. Sight to see. That would be pretty awesome.